dudes that behave like that, it's coming from a place of hurt. Hurt people, bro. It's no reason, because we don't.
Say 100%. They agree with you.
Us right here, we don't all agree with everything a woman says, but I don't have to talk to you so wild for me to get that point across. I don't gotta disrespect you and call you
out your
whatever
name,
or tell you nah. This
doesn't make any sense.
You were hurt.
Yeah.
So now you're in a place of a little bit of power, and that's what you want to do.
Power and money.
A little bit of power and a little bit of money, so you feel like you need to treat women like peasants. You're corny.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna lie.
Keep in mind podcast. Yeah, you better keep it in mind.
Y'all heard of Fresh and Fit podcast?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
That was the one where DJ Academics was on there.
We know who that is.
Yeah, we know Fresh and Fit.
First and foremost, how y'all feel about the host of that show?
The host of that show, to me, I'm not particular to them only because I feel like what we do on this show is we have casual conversations where it's back and forth. Mm-hmm. They kind of do the whole attacking thing where they're like, this is why, we can't be with black women. And I'm just like, I don't think that's the right thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just definitely a conversation. And some of the things that's said on that podcast, I'm like, yo, that's wild for somebody to come on the show and say that. But, nonetheless, that's what is out there. And we're not trying to tell people to not be with who they want to be with. So why not have the conversation? And they don't do it like their format of how they do their interviews. For me, I'm not particular to.
Okay.
So you black?
I just I feel like he was the guy that was probably really like corny growing up. Or he got it's either that or he got hurt.
Say all that black, but
I'm just saying, because that's really what it is. Because let's just break it down to what it really is. Like, because that's the only reason why I feel like
I
feel like the way dudes that behave like that it's coming from a place of hurt. Hurt people, bro. It's no reason, because we don't.
Say 100%. They agree with you.
Us right here, we don't all agree with everything a woman says, but I don't have to talk to you so wild for me to get that point across. I don't gotta disrespect you and call you
out your
whatever
name,
or tell you nah.
This doesn't make any sense.
You were hurt.
Yeah.
So now you're in a place of a little bit of power, and that's what you want to do.
Power and money.
A little bit of power and a little bit of money, so you feel like you need to treat women like peasants. You're corny.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna lie. Like
I feel strongly.
I feel strongly about it too. Like I feel strongly about it too.
Yeah, I'm impartial to them.
I actually went on Twitter from Keep In Mind page and wrote something. It's one of the things that got the most likes on Twitter that, besides one of our videos. And I said something about how, because Fresh recently, I said something very similar to Black about like he was clearly just a lame growing up. Like most who couldn't get black women growing up, especially if they were someone of color, they all when they come into money or come into some type of fame, they start disrespecting black women.
Right. They go back to that.
They're
time
like, we don't really deal with the darkies. That's something that they said on the podcast. Like, we don't really deal with the darkies.
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean?
I remember. Yeah, I remember hearing.
So I know you may feel impartial, but to me that bothers me. Like if you don't like even if you didn't say that you're impartial to black women or whatever, that's corny to me. But I personally but whatever. But you're gonna call them darkies and stuff like that.
Yeah,
to me,
that's
disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? So recently, I only asked y'all this because recently I've been preached, which is another podcast with a Ethiopian man and a Haitian dude. And they stand in front of a camera, and they do commentary, social commentary on different shows, and they
I know,
I've been preached.
Yeah.
So they did commentary on Fresh and Fit about something that recently happened where something that recently happened, and they saying how corny they are, how lame they are, whatever, and it's also of Abba went on an interview where they asked him why wouldn't he hang out with Fit. From Fresh and Fit, and he was like, I really wouldn't want to hang out with a dude who's cool with or whatever. And he's like, who could be considered like a whatever. And Fit felt the way about the fact that he was like, I'm not a and you're portraying that on the YouTube to all your millions of followers. Right. So he went on like a man tantrum on his show,
tirade, a whole
tirade, on Fresh and Fit
about the dude
about Abba from Abba and Priest, and in that tirade, dude started making fun of them being black, started calling them monkeys, He's done, bro. I'm not even lying to you. If y'all haven't checked it out, y'all should check out Abba and Preach.
What are they? What are Fresh and
I think Fresh is Haitian. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I think Fresh, the black guy, I think he's Haitian or he's West African or something like that. Like he's of West African descent. Wherever he's from, even if he's from the Caribbean, like his heritage, you could see it in his image. Like he's dark skinned black guy.
Right.
Very corny. But he's not as involved. He's not as involved. Fit I think he's like Arab. I think he's Arab.
Okay,
but Arab
the
and black. Like he's Arab and black. He's black, but he has black in him.
Yeah, so
You know what I mean? So
that's wild, bro.
And dude is calling them monkeys. And Abba makes a reaction video to this saying, "Yo, you look like a clown. You're calling your own." Like he's like, "Oh." And mind you, on this video where
Fresh is Bayesian, Big Cloud Jones.
Oh, okay, he's Bayesian. My apologies. Yeah, he's Bayesian. Thank you, Big Cloud Jones.
Caribbean.
Myron is West African.
West African. Okay, see, so there you go.
Thank you, Big Cloud.
Who's Myron?
Myron from Fresh and Fit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What's it called? But I know he's like a rap. He's like Muslim or whatever. You know what I mean? Or he's supposed to be. I think he relinquished his religion or whatever.
Okay.
Anyway, regardless. Dude makes that video saying that calling them monkeys, and he says he had a white dude in there that's clowning with them. It's Myron and Fresh, Fresh and Fit, a white dude, and Sneeko. Sneeko's half Asian, half black, and some white dude in there. And while he starts calling them monkeys and different stuff like that, the white dude joins in with him. He's like, "Yeah, yo, bro, I don't know about you, Preach, but you gotta evolve. You gotta evolve." Basically trying to say that he's a monkey, he needs to evolve. And they chuckling it up. Two black men in the room with him chuckling it up. You could see that Sneeko slightly not really with the shits, you know what I mean? Like he doesn't join in, but he chuckles to certain stuff, but he's not, you can see he's visibly uncomfortable. You know what I mean?
This is craziness.
Yeah. So now after Abba responds, dude goes on Rumble now where you're allowed to say more BS. You're allowed to say you can say whatever you want on it. And so now Myron, the West African dude, puts on a white hood and starts talking as if he's some redneck. And starts saying they need to hang you retreat.
You gotta drink.
We didn't even establish that.
We did establish that in the chat.
Oh, in the chat. We did.
I gotta drink. Every time we say the N-word.
Yeah, I'm like, that's a few then for him because he was going off.
I didn't say the N-word before that.
Just now. I've been waiting to catch somebody.
Yeah, but he says a lot of very distasteful stuff. They do the Hitler. They do the Hail Hitler thing.
What?
Mind you, in that.
When did this happen?
This has happened this week or last week or something like that, bro.
This recently? How am I not
hearing
hearing
this?
this?
Black.
I don't watch this.
I don't watch his shows neither, but this would have been all over the internet.
It was all over the internet, bro.
What?
It was all over the internet.
I missed this entire thing,
It was all
bro.
over the internet, and dude,
That's crazy.
Like he had what's his Nick Fuentes, the racist, the neo-nationalist, the little skinny dude,
weird Spanish dude.
Yeah, Spanish, whatever. But he's in the stream. So is Just Pearly Things, that white girl with the red hair that wanted to be the next Kevin Samuels that they exposed for being a racist or whatever.
Wow. So all of them
were in the same Rumble. They all had their own little things. And when they started doing the Hail Hitler, she was smart enough to come off camera like, I don't want no parts of this shit. You know what I mean? But mind you, there's a black guy doing Hail Hitler saying they need to hang you guys and calling them monkey, yo, bro. So now, I just want I want y'all to go check that out. Whoever's watching, make sure y'all send this out to a few people. No, don't go support them, yo. So go watch Abba and Preach. Okay. And watch the BS that's going on, or watch anybody else on YouTube that you'll see it. I wanted to ask y'all,
look this up.
What causes someone to what would cause a black man or someone of color to decide to start disrespecting the women, even if you don't want to be with them? What would cause you to start disrespecting them in a manner to where because you have millions of followers and you're saying we don't deal with the darkies? You're saying you have the warrior gene, which is a very way of saying like you're an animal. You know what I mean? Like you're speaking about your own people that way. Mm-hmm. What would cause someone to feel that way, either against their own people in a relationship or in their friendships? What would cause that?
Me personally, I honestly think anyone who's at least had the feeling like they've been casted out of a society that they want to be a part of will definitely feel that way. a child who never felt the love of anyone from a village will burn it down just to feel that warmth, right? Like, isn't that the saying or whatever? It's just, like
that was fire.
I'm just like, I've heard this before, and it's like, they definitely want to be accepted. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would feel devastated if I wanted to be a part of like this crew, or I wanted to have friends, I wanted to have a black girlfriend or whatever, and based on the way my personality is, I'm kind of like chastised. I'm like, I'm kind of put to the side. I'm not really taken seriously. Like, I have bad relationships with these people that I want to be a part of. Of course, I'm a hate a part of them, which means I'm hating a part of me. So it's like
crazy.
But it is, bruh. If you don't feel that love, if you don't get that, people are gonna. You're definitely gonna hate on your own squad. Big Cloud Jones said, viewing their people behave in a certain way could warp their views. Watching their own people not accept them, or
No, that's not what you mean. He's saying seeing their people do certain stuff can warp their views. Like, seeing their people do certain, like, I see you do seeing black people do crazy stuff can make me feel a way towards black people. I think that's what he's saying.
Okay. Oh, that's what he's saying. All right. So what? Yeah. So when De Niro says, I think there is, it's their demographics. They want Trump voters. They're looking for Trump voters. Everything's an agenda now, y'all. So yeah, that might be a part of it. They might be on some. The wave is going towards all of these Trump voters. They still have power. Trump is still about right.
Honestly, the internet is filled with right wing, like a lot of right wing people are on the internet, like especially on YouTube and all that, and we get that, like they cover the internet, you know what I mean, especially the gaming world and all that different stuff, like the ones that get on the game, they hear a black person be like N-word,
yep, all day long,
N-word, you know what I mean, like, you know what I mean,
Call of Duty at one point used to be the worst, bro. You go into a certain fucking chat, N-word. As soon as they realize you're black, my name on thing is black.
Yeah.
So they see that,
they'll start playing to be like, oh, I think there's a...
Yeah, right away. Like,
you know what I mean? Like, so, it's...
Big Cloud Jones said, for example, if you were white and your parents were racist, you might not want to associate with white people.
Okay, that's very true.
And honestly, the middle America has a lot of that. You know what I mean? Like, where the younger generation, Gen Zers, are seeing their parents and like, yo, bro, I can't be a part of this. Y'all crazy.
That's very true.
You know what I mean? So they you know what I mean? They want to be out of that society, just like I said, bro.
No, you're right. Me personally, I feel like a lot of the time, one, you are getting shunned, but I feel like it's weak people. I've been shunned from a group before. I'll tell that story some other time, I guess. But
but not from every group, Rich. You've been shunned from a group. Imagine being shunned from every group you want to be a part of.
That's on you for being corny. Which connects back to what I was saying. What Black was saying.
You can say that, but I mean, luckily for you, you're not a corny person. But what if you did grow up to be a corny dude? Every group you wanted to be a part. Just imagine, like, I can try to imagine that, where I'm like, damn, I want to be with a black woman. I want to have all black men as my friends, but just my personality and the way I come off is not bringing me the right people that want to be like my friend. So I'm going to definitely be like, there's something wrong with y'all. There's nothing wrong with me. I don't need to change anything. Y'all just don't get it. Y'all don't see it. Oh, because black people just have crazy views. And then I start to go off of these tirades because I'm basing my relationship with my community with everybody. And that's what I hate when people do, bro.
I hear you, but like when it comes down to women, to start disrespecting women, because you know what I mean,
it's a new level of low.
To me, that like you hate the women of your. Listen, your mother's probably
Daily Rapper Crew. What up, Daily Rapper?
What up to the Daily Rapper Crew?
Your mother look just like the women that you're disrespecting.
Yeah, you know what I mean. To me, like once you get there, it's like that has to be with, like you said, that has to be from a place of hurt, like hurt, like yes, you
hurt people.
I wasn't shunned from every group, but if I don't think if every black girl turned me, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna make that very clear. I don't know. But if I was turned down from, is that door locked?
Yeah.
There's somebody out there. Yeah. If I was turned down by every black girl, I don't think I would start hating black women, bro. Like,
yeah, that's well, see, to that point, that's kind of a funny thing. Like with me, I've said on the show before, like there was a time like I don't try to talk to darker skinned girls because they don't really like darker men. So is that the same thing? Like I don't hate them or anything like that. I still find them very beautiful, but
dark skin girls.
I still find them beautiful, but I realize that they don't like darker men like that. So is it weird that I just don't go that route? Is that the same thing as what you're trying to say?
Yeah, but you don't have nothing against them.
I don't have nothing against them.
See, exactly. Thank you. You're right.
All right.
I don't have nothing against dark skinned women either.
Right.
For the both of you guys. Just let you know. You niggas tried to get at me.
Yo, I walked in at the right time. I walked in at the right time.
I like dark skinned women. They're great. But,
Well, history shows, from what I understand, right? That's what I think. That's where
Black
black is
just
coming
told you
from.
you also didn't date that many dark skinned women either.
Huh?
Bruh,
Exactly.
I tell my wife all the time. I was like, if you was like dark chocolate girl, oh my god. And honestly, I will say this, man. I have always said this. I feel like the reason why I enjoy my skin color and all my black people so much is because my father really bigged up black people, like to me when I was growing up. Like I was a kid growing up going, like, we're dope. Like that was the thing I said to myself since I was 4 or 5 years old. Is like, yo, we're dope. We've been dope. Our women are beautiful. They've been beautiful. They thick. We like them thick. Like I learned all of those things from my dad. I feel like if we have more of like us doing that with our young, boys, our black boys, man, like that's what we'll be raising. We'll be raising generations of people who like really enjoy the skin that they're in, man.